You know, I got a layover in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, and haven't been to this part of town in a while, and it's looking like a completely different city, do you know what I mean? And I'm just at the beginning of this little part of town. As far as I know, this is an influx of Middle Eastern money that has come to this city, and we see such advancements which have caused bittersweet reactions from people, but hopefully it turns out for the best. And there's the water over there. What's strange is that it's still construction-y near the big mall here, so I don't even know if the mall is open at this hour. You see, when I first approached this mall today, I thought that maybe, potentially, it's empty, based on the way it looks outside, from the construction to the lack of lights. However, it's quite lively. Not all the shops are open as of now in the phases of constructing this big mall, but you can say it's a mall. It has the proper amount of shops and many people shopping. Does it have more people than in other malls in Serbia as we speak at this very hour? Probably yes, but the density is still the same as other malls in Serbia. It's just the sheer size of this place. I'm running an errand in the city of Tuzla in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's quite nice, really. In some ways it's better than Sarajevo, but of course, you know, Sarajevo, the capital, all the action is over there. But still, this is an action-packed city. I was just at a mall, and it's not even the biggest mall in the city, and it was packed. The streets too. I mean, this is a bit, you know, not in the center, but it's quite action-packed in the center itself. Just taken aback by how gorgeous the city is. It's almost as gorgeous as its people. I mean, look at it. Bijeljina, how are you? Are you doing pretty good? What about these chemtrails though? Why we got so many chemtrails? Or are they chemtrails? You know, in this region I've probably seen the largest amount of basically older ladies who will still go for these unorthodox hair colors. You know, pink and neon green, and just an observation. Actually, have I spoken to you about the center of Bijeljina yet? You got this monument here. Seems like a bunch of men leaning over. I'm sorry, I don't think I read a plaque or anything to understand what's going on the monument. But maybe you can look it up. Otherwise, there's a mosque. This seems to be a primarily Christian town, but there is a Muslim presence. And this is basically the central square ahead of us. You've got a bunch of restaurants and another smaller square, you can say, and a nice building that's covered by the trees. You've got people going back and forth. It's a nice day out, you know, jacket weather. It was raining in the morning, but now it's nice and sunny. Behind me you got like a mall with different shops. I'm going to show you quickly. And look at these scary dogs. I'm thinking of changing my place right now because these dogs have been misbehaving. It's been months for me in the city, and I can say that enough time has passed for me to form a good impression of what the city is about. In short, I will say that, you know, for a small city, I think it's doing quite well for itself. You know, the center is quite interesting with the restaurants and the cafes and the square, and they've got a chessboard on the floor or on the ground, and you know, it's fairly active in terms of pedestrians. I mean, I'm not in the center right now. I'm a bit outside, a bit of a walk outside the center yet. You know, they're still live, you know. There's people going back and forth, there's jobs, there's schools, there's kids, people of all ages, old people. You got these interesting vibes, you know what I mean? You got these big supermarkets, you know, you got everything you need really. So, to whom would I recommend this city? Well, honestly, it was convenient for me because I was in Belgrade and I had to flee Serbia as soon as possible in order not to overstay my 90 days. And this was super convenient because there was a million buses going from Belgrade to Bijeljina, and it's like 2 to 3 hours, which if you are used to traveling in this region, it's quite a short trip. And so I came here and I found an affordable apartment, and I've been working out of cafes. Weather is quite nice, even though it's about mid-April. It's still jacket weather for the most part. It does get sunny sometimes, a lot of the times actually, but you can stick to the shadows and then you can still wear your jacket. Now, just show you that modern building that's being built over there. We got this beer ad up yonder. There's a big supermarket over there. You can see these apartment buildings, get an idea what the city is all about. You got this water here. Honestly, I have not looked at the map yet whether or not this is like a river or is this sewage. I mean, based on the look and the smell, maybe it is sewage. I'm not sure that in this region they do open sewers like this. Probably the last comment I'd like to make in this short segment here is about the religion and the vibes of the religions here. It feels like a primarily Christian town with Islamic, let's say, an Islamic history, because I do see a lot of Muslim graveyards and there are mosques, and you sometimes see Muslims, especially if you look outside the mosques. You may see a congregation of a few Muslims, beards, hijabs and so on, but it's overwhelmingly Christian here. I think it's because of the Serbian population as well as the proximity to Serbia, but you should feel welcome regardless. You will hear the Muslim call of prayer, you will hear the church bells. It's quite diverse, but again it's primarily Christian or maybe even irreligious. Something else I wanted to talk about regarding the city is whether or not I recommend visiting it if you are visiting the country otherwise known as Bosnia and Herzegovina. The short answer is no. I would not recommend visiting Bijeljina if you are in this blessed nation for a short time. And the answer is because there are bigger, nicer cities in this country. Will you live in the city? That's another question. The answer shortly may be yes, because you know it's affordable, it's nice, you got all the state-of-the-art facilities that you would need in any city, your shops, you know, your restaurants, your cafes, your supermarkets, your gyms, your doctors. You know, you can create friendships here if you are extroverted, or if you, let's say, know somebody here already and they can introduce you around. Otherwise, going back to the question of should you visit this city, well, why would you visit this city? Assuming you've already seen the capital, Sarajevo, why would you visit Bijeljina if you have not been to Banja Luka, if you have not been to Tuzla, if you have not been to other cities like Mostar? Only if you have seen those cities and you insist on continuing your journey in Bosnia and Herzegovina, you happen to be close to Serbia, specifically close to Belgrade, then come out here and check out the city, check out the mosques, check out the churches, check out the couple monuments, you know what I mean? See how the people live. That's the verdict when it comes to visiting Bijeljina. And we find ourselves at the Bijeljina City Mall. I'm looking for shoes, I'm looking for a travel bag. I'm looking for a mouse for my laptop. I'm looking for so many things. I'm even looking for a lazy. Is that fair to say? Let's show you the hood a little bit. The cars, the people, the big supermarket, the sky, the weather. And we find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies. Flogging Molly, anyone? Anybody got taste in music?